Howdy YouTube, today we're taking a look at the DC collectibles from the Arrow TV show. We're taking a look at the Black Canary. Definitely one of the main characters, at least of Season 2. Certainly very excited to get this figure. I'm a big fan of the current Arrow and Flash figures that we've got to date. So far, this is the last one I need to basically complete the set of Arrow figures, so very excited to pick Canary up. There will be some spoilers in this video. I'll try and do them now before I open her up out of packaging, so if you don't want anything ruined, you're only up to Season 1 or something like that, then skip forward to when I take a look at the back of the packaging. But basically, really cool character. I love the twist with her being Laura Lance's sister, and of course having that love triangle going on with Oliver Queen as well. I thought it was really great. Was very surprised that they killed her off at the start of Season 3, although taking a look at the new show Legends of Tomorrow, we see that she is, and again another spoiler, coming back as the White Canary in that show, which actually looks really interesting, where they're teaming up to basically take on Vandal Savage. So a great villain, certainly loved him in the Justice League animated show, and it's going to be interesting to see how they portray him in this new Arrow Flash spin-off. So pretty cool. The figure looks awesome, that's for sure. We are getting a Black Canary Laurel Lance version. One thing that I have a little bit of a gripe of with the show in general is they tend to give away a lot of spoilers with stupid things. Like, for example, I was watching The Flash, and maybe episode 5 or 6, so early on in The Flash, Arrow comes to Century City, and Flash is like, oh, I'm sorry about, your mum, and also with Canary, or Sarah Lance. And I was like, what the hell are you doing? You've just spoiled Arrow, and at the time I hadn't seen it. So, it really upset me when they do stuff like that. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Also, what's interesting is the figure series. I'm currently early into Season 3, so I don't know what happens with Laurel Lance. However, looking at the upcoming figures, I know that she does become the Black Canary, which you kind of knew was going to happen, but to have it ruined with the figure lineup, I thought was pretty crappy. Because I don't think everyone's always going to be up to date 100% of the time with the shows. So, that's my little gripe to pick. But certainly this figure looks really cool. It comes in the newer style DC Collectibles packaging, which I'm a big fan of, that sleeker card, which I prefer because the older DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures used to come in big bubble packaging. They used to be really hard to store. On the side, there is a nice shot of Sarah Lance, also the Canary. One thing I'm interested to see is, now that she's been killed off, at least where I'm up to, what happens with Sin, the girl that she was charged with protecting. So she hasn't been in too many appearances so far in Season 3, so we'll see what happens with that storyline. But really cool character, nice shot. I don't think that's of the actual figure, but of the actor or actress from the actual TV show, which is interesting because all the other figures, I'm pretty sure they had shots of the figures. And then taking a look on the back of the packaging, we see the other figures in the set. Of course, we've got Oliver Queen, Canary, Deathstroke, and Arrow. I'm really hoping Deathstroke comes back in Season 3. He was fantastic in Season 2. Certainly one of my favourite villains of the show, along with Malcolm Merlyn. So let's get Canary opened up and out of packaging. Okay, and here we have the Canary opened up and out of packaging, and it is certainly a very cool figure. I'll bring it forward so you guys can take a look at the face. I think I definitely nailed the face. One thing I never got with Canary is she has blonde hair, and then she wears a blonde wig. So I was never too sure about why. But just taking a look, there's a lot of really nice detail on the hair. Great paint apps by DC Collectibles. I'll zoom in on the face so you guys can see that. Pretty cool. Really nice detail moving through as well. You can see on the shirt there. Also, nice detail on the leather jacket, which hopefully you guys can see. Certainly, I'm really a big fan over the DC Collectibles figures, especially lately. They've really upped their game. The Marvel Select aren't bad, but I've just always preferred the DC Collectibles ones. They seem like a much higher end, premium type collectible. I was able to pick this up for $34. $34, $35, which is reasonably cheap. Some places are selling it for $40 to $45, which is just ridiculous. but still really, really cool. In terms of articulation, we've got a ball-jointed head, ball-jointed arms, ball-jointed elbows, ball-jointed wrists. Nope, just swivel in the wrist. We've got no waist articulation, but instead it's in the chest area here, and that's on a ball joint. We've got legs that are on a ball joint, double bend at the knee, no swivel in the ankle or anything, but we do have ball jointed ankles there. So pretty cool, decent range of articulation. It is slightly different to some of the other Arrow figures. Take Oliver Queen over there, which has the new weird torso joint, I guess. But still, really, really cool. Certainly, I'm a fan of this figure. It scales pretty well with the others and is pretty accurate to how she is in the show. Now, in terms of accessories, she comes with this. It's very, very small, which makes it very, very hard. But this tracking, I think it's a tracking device. If you do know, please let me know in the comments in case I am wrong. But yeah, the little tracker device there, and then also a staff that she uses in the show. So pretty cool, nice accessories. They basically just slot into her hands, which is pretty cool. Honestly, there's not a lot of resistance going in there, and it feels pretty firm, so that's good. I know with some of the other figures, take for example Riddler, trying to get stuff in their hands can be an absolute nightmare sometimes. That gets really frustrating. But no, that's actually pretty good over there. Awesome. And then again, you can have it just holding the tracking device. I'm just trying to look on the utility belt if there's anywhere to put it, and it doesn't look like there is. So a little bit of a shame. Just a little peg or something to clip it into would have been handy. But still, a really, really cool figure. Honestly, it's not my favourite Arrow figure, but it's certainly not my least favourite. If you're a fan of the Arrow TV show, then because she's such a major character of Season 2 and sort of Season 1, and then also a big part of the premise behind Season 3, then I think you should pick her up. Having said that, if you can wait a bit, you can probably wait, and I'm sure they'll release a White Canary version as part of the new Legends of Tomorrow TV show. So it's really up to you. I'm a big fan of this particular figure. I'm glad I picked it up, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed this review on the Arrow TV show from DC Collectibles, the Canary.